Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I'm your host, the Incredible Sulk. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys had a great day. Out there taking names and kicking ass and making me proud every single day. You know you do. You know you do. I hope everyone's good. We're doing Bigfoot researchers tonight. There's an entire community of them, and they're just wacky. So I thought it would be fun. And it's an interesting little documentary. Dives into the entire system and the psyche of these people. I think they're crazy. But far be it for me to judge. Far be it for me to judge. I am not the guy. I am not that person. I am not perfect. But I do enjoy judging, and so we're going to do that just a little bit. Not saying I should, not saying it means anything, but we're going to do it anyway. Are we bad people? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. But let's not judge ourselves for that. It's not our jobs. So I hope you guys are ready for some Bigfoot action. Or wait, we have to wait for the next song. I want to see what the next song is. No, not that song either. I wish I had some sort of looping technology that, it doesn't matter. A man can dream. A man can dream. It's not like we're living in the future of 2025 and robots are about to take over the world and everyone's weird. Everyone is weird. Anyways, get comfy. Get cozy. Get a nice bottle of Bigfoot beer. Mead, perhaps? I don't know what a Bigfoot drinks. Probably something stout. Something stout. I think of the Pacific Northwest, and so the beers up there, they're too filling, right? You drink one or two, and you're not drunk, but you're full. And so what do you have to do? You have to puke it back up. Drink one of those if you want. Otherwise, if you're working, keep working. If you're driving, keep driving. Don't hit a Bigfoot. Apparently that happens. It never happens. Which you'd think if there were a Bigfoot out there, they would get hit by a car at least occasionally. I grew up in the Sierra Nevadas, and yeah, people would hit bears, and it would rip the front end of their car off. But yeah, maybe they're just really good at staying out of the road. People aren't, but Bigfoot are. Anyways, get a nice robe, maybe some roses in the in like a bathtub or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to tell you how to relax, but just relax, okay? We're here. We're gonna simmer down now, youngins. Okay, we're gonna simmer down. I feel like it's just been go, 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 and the world is too stressed. And I'm too stressed, always. For what reason? I have no reason to be stressed. My own thought patterns, perhaps? It doesn't matter. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming. What is today? Wednesday? It's a Wednesday. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream, and this is called Pennsylvania Bigfoot Conference. Enjoy.
I've been living with the Bigfoot in my life since about 2009. They've got.
So they're serious. They're a serious relationship.
Me as part of their clan. I have one that's with me no matter where I go. Everything is verified on my channel. If you don't.
Background noise says, will robots replace Bigfoots, or is it big feet? It's big pods. See, pod is the Latin term for foot, like cephalopod. So when there's many of them, many big feet together, it's called a big pod. So learn yourself.
Live with the foots. You don't know the foots.
They're not Bigfoot. They're not Sasquatch. They're the first people.
Background noise says, I'm here for the sulk, not the sex. Too bad. You're getting both.
What do you mean by first people?
They were here long before us.
Oh, good. Knob Dog is
here. They came
here
with aliens.
Let me just get on my muter ready.
Tens of thousands of years ago, the aliens came here to take gold from our land. They brought the Bigfoot to protect them from the dinosaurs.
That makes sense. Okay, so This is a highly cerebral plot line, so I just want to make sure you guys have it hammered down. And people will come late. You know what? You shouldn't come late. All right, you should be here on time. I don't know what you're doing where that's like more important than this, but whatever. Your grandma's dying. I get that, but you have to be here on time. So, Bigfoot was sent by aliens to protect aliens who were mining gold from dinosaurs that were not mining gold. And that seems to be an AK-47.
To protect them from the dinosaurs while they mined the gold. That's when they got here, tens of thousands of years ago.
Sick.
That's why they're the first people.
So they are
So they're people. Okay.
first indigenous people of color in the northern landmass.
They're the first people who was ever here.
So do you think that part of the
People of color, right? So they're not actually people. They're people of color. If they were actually people, you could just say people. But you have to say people of color because there's a special qualifier that makes them not like normal people. 10-4. 10-4. I get where you're laying down. I get wink wink, right? POCs are lower, lesser than. I get it. Just like when you say trans women. People say trans women are women, right? Well, then why do you have to add the trans qualifier? Why can't you just say it's a woman? Why can't you just say it's a 6'5", 250-pound woman with hands like a fucking gorilla and an Adam's apple that just an Adam's apple? No. It's not a woman, and they're not people.
reason that they stay in secrecy is that they're worried that they might not be able to survive.
Stop
No.
standing me
White
GPT stuff.
No, they don't
Okay, I'll look at
trust
it once.
our government.
The Foots don't trust the government.
They know what these governments are about, and they don't
No.
trust them.
The Foots know what's going on in this government. They know everything's going on around everywhere.
Dude, I don't know why you don't just send me the image. It always says error loading image, so stop sending me those, okay? I'm sure it was a funny picture.
In the 1960s, the CIA took a Bigfoot in, put it into a room, and captured it. They thought they captured it.
Raped it good. Pegged it. And tried to get the Bigfoot secrets out of it. Because it like rolled with like Thoth and stuff, and it had like, it knew the Philosopher's Stone. And Big pods are also wizards. Yeah. Hagrid's mom was a Bigfoot. That makes sense when you think about it. It really does.
If you didn't want to go, it wasn't going. They put it in a room, had cameras on it, and they watched it.
Kamunky says you look like Nathan Drake on a dino. Who's Nathan Drake? Is that Drake like the Canadian Degrassi star? I know him by no other means. Did he do stuff after that? I don't know. He was awesome on Degrassi though.
It go poof and gone.
I never watched Degrassi.
CIA left them alone after that.
So you're not a fan of the CIA?
Huh?
You're not a fan of the CIA?
I'm not a fan of none of this government. I've never voted.
None of this
They're all
based.
lying, it's all bull. I don't- it's going to get straightened out because I had a call out about that.
All the things I've called out are pretty much have happened. When things come out of my mouth, they happen. It's been the way all my life.
I called out 6 years ago. It was too.
Oh, Nathan Drake from the video game. Uncharted, which is like such a good video game. I love Uncharted. I'm going to go ahead and download this and I will show you and it's actually pretty true to life. I do kind of look like that. Honey, she's probably watching. She's not watching. Wow, really supportive. Thank you, wife.
2 months after Trump was in office, I had a call out that I wasn't even in a conversation. Just run out of my mouth at a buddy of mine's house and say,
That is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to make this into a shirt or anything like that. But, like, that does look a lot like me. I tried to play it.
7% of Congress is going to be gone. The corrupt
Couch
will
Surfing says, shut up, dummy. I don't know who that is.
be dealt with. The corrupt will be gone. There'll be no more corruption.
Not the mother of my
We're gonna
children.
Get a
She would
paycheck.
never say
I don't know
that.
what that means. We're going to get a paycheck. They're going to use the RICO Act to prosecute these people.
I have a koozie.
The RICO Act's getting talked about pretty heavy right now.
Yeah. You think there should be no government?
All right. So this guy, he rolls with the Foots. All right. He's part of the Foot Clan. But he's not a Ninja Turtle. He's probably more closer related to Splinter with the rat-like features. But also, he has divine powers of speaking things into existence. So, and this is the life he chose. If he can get himself into any clique he wants, right? You get into Bigfoot, you can get into anywhere. But also on top of that, he speaks things into existence a la God. And this is the life he chose. With the cowboy hat and the long beard and the lack of teeth. So it checks out so far. I'm just making sure everybody is on the same page. We're on the same Bigfoot page. Do we all appreciate the sacrifices this man has made to bring us this information of the Foot Clan? I'm going to call them the Foot Clan because that's exactly what they are.
Government or just a little bit?
Very little of any. Somebody's got to rule something, but they got to do it right. Freedom, total freedom, that's what we got to have.
Are you an anarcho-communist?
Am I what?
Squatch on! We're here right now in beautiful
An anarcho-communist? I don't think he's a communist. I don't think he's a communist. Right? I mean, maybe Bigfoot's a communist. That's why you don't see them, because they all starved to death. It's really sad. It was like the Bigfoot Holodomor, or however you pronounce it.
Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania.
We're not allowed to say that, are we?
Yeah, a.k.a.
Bigfoot.
the Paris of
Big
Western
feet.
PA. At the Bigfoot and Paranormal Expo, a.k.a. the Cryptoid Conference. Yeah, Reynoldsville.
Oh, God, I would love to go. I love seeing little, like, wacky people like this. We go to the Ren Fair every year, and we go, fully kitted out. I don't know if you, maybe we have a picture I can pull up. But we get fully kitted out, and we go to the Ren Fair, and then we talk to everybody, and everyone tries to hit my fucking wife. And, it's just kind of disrespectful, right? I stepped away to get a turkey leg. That's it. A bunch of dudes in literal armor. Like, come on. There's kids. They're my kids. But she did look great. To her credit, she looked great.
Started this place because he wanted a place for cryptoid hunters to have free reign away from the
I wanted a place for cryptid hunters to have free reign away from the toxic jaws of the mainstream scientific community. I don't know who that guy. Who is this guy?
toxic jaws of the mainstream scientific community, hindering their investigation with their targeted smear campaigns.
Bigfoot, all right? What matters is the peer-reviewed research results. What matters is the data.
Now, as many...
Gay much, Neil deGrasse Tyson? I'm sorry. Gay. That's so gay. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a homosexual. I think that goes without saying. And he was on Epstein's Island for sure. With the little robot one. What's his name? Stephen Hawking? Yeah, both perverts. Absolute perverts. Also, Neil deGrasse Tyson was like the first guy to say Pluto was not a planet. He was like the head of an astronomy. Where do you go? Like a planetarium? He's like the head of a certain planetarium. And he took down Pluto as a planet because he's like, it's not a planet. It's a Kuiper belt object. And, if you moved it closer to the sun, it would have a tail. It's a comet. It is not a planet. And then everyone got really upset with him. And I hated him for other reasons. Because he's pompous. And yeah, I just don't like him. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't like Morgan Freeman as God either. Those are related. Just hear me out. I don't feel comfortable with Morgan Freeman playing God. I don't think God would have a bunch of freckles on his face. It just, doesn't seem like perfect. I don't know.
Many of you know, about 2.5 years ago, I went searching for Bigfoot in the woods.
Pamonkey says my dad calls him the poor man's Carl Sagan, which is like pretty funny. And yeah, and he's dumber than Carl Sagan by a long shot. Carl Sagan he was a successful author, and he talked about like the vastness of the universe, and like scale was very important to Carl Sagan, and he knew a lot, and he did all this like hypothetical, spaceship travel. Neil deGrasse Tyson doesn't do any of that shit. He tries. Didn't he try to do a show that our Carl Sagan did a show back in the 70s. I forget what it was called. And then Neil deGrasse Tyson tried to do the same show in the modern era, and it sucked. It was garbage. No one cared. And there was like fancy CGI and everything like that. No one gave a shit. So I'm sorry, Neil deGrasse Tyson. You're not going to be Carl Sagan. You're never going to be Carl Sagan. You're just not. You're not. You don't have the riz that Carl Sagan had. You don't have the swagger or the charm. It's not that you're black specifically, but that's not helping. You know, you're not going to be Carl Sagan, bro. And you're just not going to fill his shoes. We need a better Carl Sagan. Go be a basketball professor.
Minnesota. I was initiated into a small
That was
research
mean.
team. I myself actually searched for Bigfoot.
Cosmos. Thank you, Cosmos. Pamonkey says I have his Cosmos book. Yep, it's Cosmos. I don't know why I had to say that so many times. Ardenshire says Carl Sagan hung with the boys on shrooms and LSD. You know he did. Yeah, you know he did. Of course he did. He grew up during that entire, or he was like an adult during like the 60s and the 70s. So yeah, he was dropping acid. Acid wasn't even illegal. People were selling it just publicly in the park and stuff. For like $1 a hit. Like $1. $1. You give somebody $1 and then your entire day is set. That's pretty cool. We lost a lot, you know. Things used to be okay. Things ain't okay anymore, right? They're just not okay anymore. Maybe once again, someday. Not in our lifetime. Or maybe. But no more Carl Sagan. No more Carl Sagan. And then Neil deGrasse Tyson hasn't even smoked weed. I'm sure he's never bought a dime bag in his life, dude. He doesn't drop acid or do mushrooms with like Terrence McKenna or anything like that and hang out and talk about reality of, you know, consciousness and stuff. By the way, if you don't know who Terrence McKenna is, he is wild, dude. Listen to one of his speeches. He can really, they're very interesting.
Unfortunately, we could not find him. After I posted my video, I was accused by the cryptoid community of being a plant from the mainstream scientific community.
Pamonkey says it was at least $5 a hit in the 90s. What is it? What is it today? It's like $10? I remember it was like $7 back in the day, but that was back in the day. I think it's like $10 now for a hit of acid for just a little drop of liquid, right? Somebody carries around a Sprite bottle full of LSD. That's like $50,000. And you ever seen Good Times? Good Time? With, who's that vampire guy? Robert Pattinson? It's a pretty good movie. They're bank robbers. Watch Good Time. It's an interesting movie. I wasn't going to say it's a good time because I don't want to be hacky. I got lots of time to be hacky, guys. But not then.
Their findings.
Andrew Callahan is clearly a compromised asset. It's in his best interest.
Of course. It makes a lot of sense that they would send in counter agents to muddy the waters of the Bigfoot conspiracy thing. Because they do it with everything else. I honestly believe in some conspiracy theories. I do. And I do believe they send in counter agents to muddy the waters, like the flat earth thing. I don't believe in flat earth, but I think they have trolls on the internet pushing this flat earth theory and then equating it with like, the COVID shot was a death shot and 9/11 was an inside job, and it kind of muddies the water, you know, because flat earth is pretty unbelievable for me. But 9/11 was definitely not, that was definitely an inside job for sure. 100%. So that's how they muddy the waters. I don't know why they're throwing Bigfoot in here though. I don't know, but people dedicate their lives to Bigfoot. It's a very strange thing to dedicate your life to. They ain't getting laid though. Maybe they are though. I don't know.
To make it appear as if he saw nothing.
Is that a hat or a helmet? That's the that's what you wear when you go out hunting Curious George. I know it's not a yellow hat. Okay, I know that. But the man in the yellow hat wasn't always wearing a yellow hat. It was more of like a code name, and he shot Curious George's mom, and they kidnapped Curious George, and when they got back home, he put on the yellow hat, and thus was named the man in the yellow hat. But this is for ape hunting. That's an ape hunter's hat.
We know he did. Who's paying this guy?
A pith helmet.
I'm here to prove that I am not. I'm
like
an
Revenge
ally
of the
to all
Pith?
cryptoid searchers and finders.
Shut up,
You know, I'm sure
monkey.
there's lots of shit I don't know. Let's
Shut
walk
up.
up in there and see what the hell's going on.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Do you believe?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen him?
No. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, government likes to hide all kinds of stuff, so
What do you think are the top 3 things the government is hiding?
truth on the election. Right now, that's got to be a big one. And
Okay. I'm going to say he's probably right about that. The 2020 election was extremely suspicious. No one was allowed in the counting rooms. They were bringing boxes in. Somehow, like thousands and thousands of votes got counted at 4 a.m. It seemed a little suspicious, all right? So I'm going to give them that one. That doesn't mean I believe in Bigfoot. That doesn't mean that Bigfoot was there hauling in ballots. But maybe, you know.
and of course, space aliens.
I guess Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, yeah, probably.
Is the government even hiding aliens, though? I don't even know if aliens are real, but the government says that aliens are real. So that kind of makes me think that they're not real. It's very strange up in my head because, you know, if the government were to say that aliens were not real, I'd be like, okay, maybe they are real. But the government comes out and says aliens are actually real, and then I'm like, I don't know. Now, you guys threw me for a loop. You threw me for a loop. But they said they were real. Didn't even offer pictures or like a body or nothing. You gave nothing. You just said, yeah, they're real. They're totally real. Okay. Who gives a shit? Nothing. You got nothing. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you go in front of Congress for like the 8th time, by the way, and say they're definitely real? No one gives a shit. Maybe you're trying to like roll it out softly so it's not like a big shock to everybody, but you could walk aliens out tomorrow onto the White House lawn and no one would give a shit. No one would care. But if you had Bigfoot like visit the Oval Office, I think people would watch that. I would watch that. I would watch the shit out of that. Talking to Trump and stuff like that, and they're both like hard-headed and going out. You're like, look, dude, the forest belongs to me. And then Trump's like, no, man, that's our forest. That's our forest. I would love to see the socio-political commentary based on that interaction. Just me? Is that just me? Okay, whatever.
I'm Bill Rigby. I researched Bigfoot, all the cryptids, the paranormal, UFOs. I had a Bigfoot sighting that was 15 feet from me.
What happened?
I about filled my pants.
With what?
I about pooped.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay,
I about filled.
Okay, I thought it was something else too. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? We have cameras and stuff now, and nobody's... But if somebody took a picture with their smartphone of a Bigfoot, would you believe it? Now that we have AI that makes all this stuff, and no, nobody would believe it. So that's kind of the problem too. We can't prove anything, and like nothing's real now because with deepfakes, anybody could be saying anything. You could literally blackmail anybody with doing something, right? So, I mean, what's it matter at this point? What does the entire Epstein list matter at this point? Everything can be faked. Everything is like, blech. I mean, it matters, but they're not going to release it, right? It's all going to be black bars. Just redacted, redacted, redacted. Just spit in us. Spit in our faces. Right? Just spit on. Just tell us you're not going to do it. Right? Don't release a big old binder that says Epstein files, and then they open it up, and it's just a bunch of black ink. Not even in the shape of letters or anything like that. Just black ink. That's pretty lame. That's pretty lame. But honestly, what did you expect? What did I expect? I expected exactly that. I mean, I would have appreciated if they just said nothing and then everyone forgot about it. But no one was going to forget about that shit. Epstein's still alive, by the way.
Hold my pants.
You actually almost.
Yeah, almost.
And did you begin immediately?
Background noise says jizz. He almost jizzed his pants. He almost filled his pants with piss. Jizz. Piz jizz. Nah, man. I mean, maybe. Is Bigfoot sexy? Was it a girl Bigfoot?
Growing a tail?
It's possible.
Did what?
That's a term for when you're about to poop yourself.
Yes, almost.
Is it cryptids or cryptoids?
Cryptids.
Cryptids.
Some are legends from years ago, and some are people just think they saw something.
You ever seen Bigfoot?
Well, I believe we have. Like I said, I can't 100% verify it. No photos or nothing. We was out one night.
I love this guy's shirt. You guys see this guy's shirt?
with,
Hold on.
Infrared binoculars.
It says "Gone Squatching," and that's awesome, dude. I want a sign, like a little like a painted wooden sign on some of that old rope. I'll hang on my door. It says "Gone Squatching." God, I need that.
We were just kind of looking around the yard because you get that eerie feeling like something's watching you. And we spotted something probably from here to the wood line up there to where we seen eyeballs. Now,
Eyeballs,
I wasn't too sure. Kind of ducked behind a tree, kind of come back out, a couple different times. And
Despite what we've heard, says, are you trying to tell me you've never filled your pants with jizz? Not filled them. My pants are, I have normal sized legs. In fact, they're actually kind of thick. I got nice thick legs. Don't make me show you again. There's no way I could produce that much jizz, right? Even on my best day, I've only gotten a couple quarts out. So it's like, there's no way I could do that on one shot just by seeing one extremely, upsettingly sexy Bigfoot. But it depends, weirder things have happened.
I told her to keep looking through the binoculars and I was going to walk out there. So I walked out to where we believe it was.
Find me the Gone Squatching sign.
And the eyeballs were probably about this high above my head to where we seen it.
Eyeballs?
Yes, that's all we saw in the infrared was the eyes. It was too far out there to really detect a body shape or anything like that.
So that people think that Bigfoot is a primate or a possible distant relative.
Despite what we've heard, says jizz comes from your balls, John, not your legs. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand where, piss and jizz come from your balls. I think it's one's piss and one's jizz. But it's just, I don't have like the physical capacity to make that much semen. I wish I did. I wish I could just drown Jess every single time, but that's not how it works, right? It's not like one of those dunk takes they have at like the carnival where you throw a baseball and right? Because I would do that. I would have to have so much pineapple juice to make that even, but it wouldn't even matter. I couldn't, the physics don't line up, dude. A dunk tank of jizz would be horrific.
Or subclass to homosexual.
Horrific!
There is trace evidence of this creature.
Is there a pill?
There's hair.
I think there is a pill you can take. A pill. What is it, like a big ass horse? It's a suppository, actually. So, and yeah, it's just filled with cum. So you just shove a suppository filled with cum up your ass. And that's supposed to make you cum more. I don't believe it. I think it's just a cruel joke that somebody played on somebody one time, and then that dude had to peddle it as it actually worked, and then it just caught on from there. Where are you getting all this semen from? Where are you getting all this semen from? Is it coming from China, where it's cheaper to produce over there? Just the Jack factory?
It eats various types of food. We believe it's an omnivore. It eats whatever it wants, whatever it can find.
Ropes.
It's an opportunist.
Hi, my name is Brian Seach.
And I'm Terry Seach.
People are seeing things. They're seeing something that looks like a giant ape, 6 to 8 feet tall, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia. They see it all over the place. So,
how come they're so elusive and so hard to document?
They're smarter than humans.
They stay away from humans, which, if they're smart, that's a good thing.
That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give that to you, Knob, because he actually found the Gone Squatchin'. He actually found Gone Squatchin'. See right there. It's not as rustic as I was hoping it would be. That's the only issue I have with it. If it was more rustic, then I'd be, yeah. It needs to be like a little kid's sign on like a lemonade, but like, rustic. How can I explain rustic to you? Do you understand the concept of rustic? You should. All right. Now I'm still thinking about the jizz depository I have to shove up my ass. Can you buy them at the gas station? Does Costco have bulk?
If they're interdimensional, that's another reason why they're elusive, because we're not able to see, where they're going or where they're coming from.
Knob says they can bring the jizz lab to you in a jack wagon. That would be very appropriate, yeah. Like door to door? Like you call them up and you'd be like, power me up? Wait, what service do they provide? What does this jack wagon, what service does this jack wagon provide? Do they make you jizz more, or do they just put jizz in your butt? Because I don't want that. I shouldn't even have to pay for that kind of service, right? That seems like something people do for free, but I'm not interested regardless.
How about Mothman?
1966.
If Bigfoot came to my house and I had some Bigfoot semen I was trying to smuggle out of the country because, they look for stuff like that. I would keister that. I would keister some of that. Maybe a condom full of that. And then pray to God it doesn't burst. Just pray to God it doesn't burst. I don't want to be dribbling Bigfoot cum.
To 1967, there was this winged entity
Yuck.
seen in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, by over 100
Background noise says if you're good at something, never do it for free. Yeah, I don't think they're good at it.
And if you've ever seen the drawings, it looks almost like a humanoid with wings. And
Sick.
No neck, red eyes, able to keep up with cars at about 100 miles an hour.
Is that Mothman?
We were down there and we talked to a couple of eyewitnesses, and we believe that that's what they saw. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but we believe that's what they saw.
So where did you guys meet my grandpa?
MUFON conference, when he gave a presentation on the orange orbs. And I have his book too. Great book there, Terry.
Many people don't know my
These guys
grandfather
are
Terry
weird.
Ray is actually a best-selling MUFON author. He wrote a book called The Mystery of the Orange Orbs, available on Amazon. I've never met any mutual friends of my grandfather, so this is my...
That's pretty cool. Your grandfather's like a well-known author in the circle, in the cryptid MUFON UFO kind of circle. That's kind of cool. That's a conversation starter. And then you get to meet weirdos like this. And they're all like this, dude. You never meet like a normal person that's like a cryptid hunter or a Bigfootologist. They're always a little off kilter. And God bless them for that. I mean, that doesn't make them lesser than. I mean, intelligence wise, yeah. I don't think they're very smart. I don't think these two are very smart. But they're entertaining, and it takes all kinds, folks.
My first time. I wouldn't say they know each other. However, you have seen his presentation.
And I have his book also. Yeah. I got his book. He documents in detail all of the different findings and what these orbs do. Just very interesting.
Knob's dog says, that's what I told your mom, to background noise. And then, despite what you've heard, says, my mom died 2 years ago from cancer. That's the kind of fun we're having over here in the chat, right? Really, it just takes a real serious turn. Calm down. Calm down. Really, guys, reel it in.
Interesting things. I do remember when I was reading it, he categorizes everything. So it's a good book.
All right, now I'm not sure what's going on here, but there's a flyer that's thumbtacked to this gazebo right here that says, Bigfoot turns me on. Please give me a call.
There's takers. There's okay, hold on. Okay, that's 2 right there, and this is probably another 3 over here. So roughly 5 people. 5. Saw this, and then they're all like, yep. And they put him in their wall. They're like, yep, Bigfoot turns me on. Please give me a call. What does that mean? No words, just grunts, growls, and howls. So some guy is going to come to this chick's house dressed up as Bigfoot. Hopefully she doesn't live in the woods, right? Where this guy is going to get shot. Because I've said this before on this show, and I'm so dead serious. Never, ever, ever dress like Bigfoot and go walking around the woods. I don't care how funny you think it is. I don't care if you're like, in a perfectly safe area and there's no way there's any hunters around here. This is America. Everybody has a gun. And if you bring in a Bigfoot corpse, that's money, motherfucker. That is cash, right? That's all you see is dollar signs. So, and if you're walking around the woods in a Bigfoot costume and a hunter shoots you, that hunter will not get in trouble. That hunter's not going to get in trouble. A judge is going to be like, that makes sense. I can see why you would thought that was Bigfoot, and I can see why you shot him. So I'm going to release you because you did nothing wrong. I mean, honestly, that would happen, right? That would be the case. That would be the case. That would be it. Because what judge is going to be like the guy walking around dressed as Bigfoot in the woods wasn't an idiot and wasn't completely asking for it? Well, what were you wearing? Right? Kind of flips that entire argument on its head. A girl can dress like a slut and walk around, the ghetto and, expect not to be raped. But a guy dresses like Bigfoot and walks around the woods and it's okay to shoot him? Yeah. Women have it good. Women have it good. Because if I wore a Bigfoot costume and I got shot, I would be like, I know why I got shot. But a woman could dress like a slut and go to the seediest neighborhood in the country and then be like, why did I get raped? Well, why the fuck do you think you got raped? You were dressed like Bigfoot in the woods.
One rule, no words, just grunts, growls,
dummy.
And howls. Now, I'm not sure if this is like a sort of like bestial phone sex hotline.
Arden Shire says, I'm positive the person posting that ad does not look like that Squatch. No, it's the chick. She looks like the chick, right? The Bigfoot, that's just like her fantasy, right? And like, she's getting UTIs. She's getting mad UTIs. Bigfoot dick stinks. And I know from... Never mind. But yeah, she's getting mad UTIs. So bring some cranberry juice at the minimum, right? You're going to need something like that to quell that raging tempest. Moving on. But I guarantee you she looks like that chick in that poster right there. That's her. That is her. She just used AI to put a Bigfoot behind her. It should just be her and then 5 Bigfoots, and she's sitting on a white couch. The internet has ruined us all, by the way, because I know every one of you got that. I know every single one of you got that. And you're going to hell because you understand that. Because you understand that reference, you're going to hell.
But we're going to figure out what's going on. I'm going to give this person a call. Maybe it's like an alternative advertisement for a sex work.
6! 6 right there. 6. Okay, there's a lot of takers. This bitch's phone is going to be ringing off the hook.
In the area. Not that I want to procure any services because I do have a girlfriend, but I would like to know, what's going on here. I typically considered Bigfoot to be a non-sexual entity, but I guess...
Okay, all right, there's a little bit. Okay, Knobdog is actually putting in some work and not just using AI, but it says gone squatching. It's more rustic, I'll give you that, and it's getting there. But I need like the wood to be like, ripped off of an outhouse, like an old-timey outhouse. It needs to be, maybe even carved in. So this is closer. I'll give you that. It's closer, but it's not the one. It's not the one I'm thinking.
He's a horny fucker, so I think maybe this is meant for Bigfoot to call if he wants to have sex with a human. Or
can you imagine the size of Bigfoot's dick? It's got to be enormous, dude. So this chick, she's probably cavernous. This is hallway hot dog kind of scenario. But whatever, she's a freak, so I'm going to take one of those.
for a girl to call
I'm
it.
gonna take one of those.
Either way, I'm excited to get some
You know it's a white
progress.
woman.
I'm calling the number right now.
Welcome to the T-Mobile payment line.
Oh, T-Mobile actually cut me off. Can I borrow your phone real quick? Yeah, I forgot to pay my phone bill at T-Mobile. I typically do that.
I'm sorry. This has 1.6 million views. There's some of his videos that have like 5 million views. Why can't you pay a T-Mobile bill? You seriously can't pay a T-Mobile bill? That's what drug dealers use.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Check the number and dial again.
Oh, it's a fake number. Someone's playing a prank on us, man.
That's not cool.
I got a question for you guys.
What's up?
Is he out there?
Swamp Ape is definitely real.
Where's he at?
It's Everglades.
Oh.
Swamp Ape in the Everglades. So the Everglades is, I mean, there could be. The Everglades is big and there's nobody there. And it's like, it's vast, dude. It's a vast swamp. It's a big, big, big swamp. And there's nobody there. And so, yeah, if there was Bigfoots, I could see them living there quite comfortably and nobody bothering them for a long time. Maybe that girl needs to go to the Bigfoot Everglades and get some skunk ape dip.
Okay, cool. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen him.
You ever tried to look for him?
No, I haven't.
You believe in God?
Yeah,
Why?
because that's what was taught to me.
Who taught it to you?
My mom.
Hold on, honey. Look, this looks like me, right? Nathan Drake. This looks like me. I mean, it's a good thumbnail. I mean, I would have used it as a thumbnail, but Ardenshire made me a thumbnail, and I don't talk to Knob. I'm not changing that, by the way, Knob. I'm not.
Fully expects you to.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna talk to you in my free time.
And Dad.
Your mom and dad still around?
No.
You miss them?
Do I miss them? Sometimes.
Hey, what are your top 3 interests right now in life?
Thinking about retiring. That's the only thing I'm thinking about right now.
What's your job been for the past decades?
You looking at it? I mean,
Knob says you're gonna be flicking the bean to that pick litter. She don't need to flick no bean. I'm right here. Yeah. I'll dress up like Bigfoot and go, ooh, ooh, ooh. She's putting those posters up. You know that, right?
No. Dress like the guy on the raptor, honey.
No. We're talking about you railing Bigfoot. Or me dressed as Bigfoot. And I come down the chimney. That's how it works, right? And I give you the Easter bunny, huh? Yeah, I give you the old one too, which is a punch. You don't shut your mouth.
What do you like better, Golden Corral or Cracker Barrel?
What?
I really don't.
I know. I had to pause the video again. You know, this is my work. This is my job. Okay. Right? She's going to get the big... What?
Chat doesn't mind.
Who cares what they mind?
Golden Corral.
Why?
Better variety.
You got any kids?
Hold on. This dude said, what do you like better, Golden Corral or Cracker Barrel? And he said Golden Corral. You are trash, sir. You are trash. Cracker Barrel is a million times better than Golden Corral. Golden Corral is where black people go and like it's a buffet, right? And it's not even a good buffet. It's like a low quality buffet. Cracker Barrel is like way better. And they have like a bunch of fun things in their little store. I've only been to like a couple, maybe one Cracker Barrel, but I enjoyed it more than Golden Corral. All right. I've been to Golden Corral a few times, a number of times. They're always ghetto as shit. Doesn't surprise me. Look at the gut on this guy.
That's a guy?
Yeah, it's a guy.
I thought those were tits.
There's no tits. It's a guy. He's just had too much Golden Corral. That's disgusting, sir. It makes sense because you don't have the class that you need to go to Cracker Barrel. Am I right? Class. Class.
You like him?
Yeah.
Where were you at on 9/11?
Sitting in my house.
What was your first reaction?
Wow.
You ever been to
Well, he was like, I had to jerk off. I mean, I saw the first tower go down, and I just waiting for the second one. Wait for the. Well, okay, was it just me then? It was just me. Am I the monster? I'm sorry. That took like 45 minutes, dude. There was a waiting period. I did my mourning. You know, we all mourn in our own way, and I had to rub one out. Okay? I was in California. It was like 7 a.m. Okay, so excuse me for being totally normal at 7 a.m. rubbing one out to a national tragedy.
You want to mourn later?
I hope there's another Challenger event because whew, the nut I bust after that one.
a concert?
I wasn't even born yet, honey.
Nope. Yes.
What concert was it?
Cher.
Was it magical?
It was good.
Knobstock says you ain't beating the carving station in Chocolate Waterfall. And then background noise says you don't like the chocolate fountain that thousands of kids have touched and sneezed into and like put their hands in and then lick their hands and then put them back in. And no.
And those aren't the kids that wash their hands.
No. Those are disgusting trailer trash kids. Those are gross little mullet having rats, dude. No, thank you. I can make my own chocolate fountain at home. I don't have one, but I could. I have the means, all right? I have Amazon. There's a chocolate. I'm sure I can find chocolate. It's not rare. Remember when they said chocolate was going extinct? Is that still a thing? Is chocolate still going extinct? Should I invest in chocolate? I want some chocolate.
Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly?
Invisible.
Why?
Knobstock says I'll stick my dick in that chocolate fountain for your dessert. I hate that. I don't like you, Knob.
Then you can't see me.
I don't
You
like.
wouldn't be here.
Donate for God's sakes. This is sad. I hate seeing kids like this, dude. I mean, he's retarded too. But like besides that, he's so fat. Why are you so fat? Why are you such a fat kid, dude? Don't be such a fat kid. I'm sure your parents are enormous, and I'm sure they love Golden Corral too, right? And there's probably a big, like a party that comes to the Golden Corral after the Bigfoot-a-thon, the Squatch Fest or whatever they call it. And they're just insufferable, and they just talk about Bigfoot, and like, "Doe, did you hear about this one guy that saw Bigfoot? Oh, no, I didn't hear about that. Did you hear about this other guy that saw Bigfoot? Oh, no, I didn't hear about that. Wow, it's really interesting that there's so many people that say they saw Bigfoot." Yeah. God, it's got to be the most boring conversation in the world. There's nothing concrete about your life's work, your life's obsession, right? The best thing you have is a shaky camera. From when was that? The 70s? The 70s is when, and it could have been some guy in a suit. We have like 4K cameras everywhere. The streets have eyes, all right? Everybody has a camera in their pocket at all times. You don't think we would snap a picture at some point? I mean, the guy back in the 70s did. He got a full, like, 30 seconds of him walking across the thing. You don't think anybody today can snap a footy, a big footy, some footy of the footy? There's no way. There's no effing way. But these guys like doing what they do. They like going to the Golden Corral. And they like eating and saying, "Hey, you guys ever see Bigfoot?" And everyone else there is like, "Yeah. Okay. This is good ham. Stay away from the chocolate fountain." Knob put his dick in it. Way to ruin it for everybody, Knob. Seriously, stop that.
How you doing?
Good.
What's on your mind today, bro?
Nothing.
Really?
Knob says Bahama John wants to be my friend so bad. You purposely come into my chat just to fucking annoy me. I know you do. And you do it in Daywave, too. Stop being a fucking dickhead. I don't care about Daywave. I don't care about Daywave. In my chat, just don't be a fucking dickhead. Some of the AI stuff you've been sending me is good, though.
You believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah.
How come?
I don't know.
You ever seen him?
No.
Do you want to see him?
Yes.
What's your favorite?
Stop feeding this kid garbage, dude. What is he, 7? Is he 7 years old? And look at him. He's probably got, like, plaque buildup in his arteries. He's going to have a heart attack when he's 25. And that's sad. He's going to go through the best years of his life. Supposedly. Not for men. Men's best years of their life aren't in their early 20s. That's just not the case. But he's going to go through his childhood looking like shit. Hopefully when he hits 30 or 40 or something like that, he'll be in better shape. I don't have a ton of hope for it because he looks like he's ingesting a lot of food dyes and probably processed garbage that's probably making him dumber. A lot of fluoride, red 40, all that kind of stuff. So I doubt he's going to be like knocking it out of the park intellectually when he gets older. Is that mean? Yeah, but that's kind of the show I do. I come here and then I be mean. Can you bring me another soda water, please? You dumb bitch. I got to keep my pimp head strong.
Sports team.
So fucking stupid. I don't even know.
None.
What do you like?
Dinosaurs.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
T-Rexes.
Why?
Because I'm nice and angry.
Oh, wow. Are you angry?
No.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Are you scared of T-Rexes?
No.
How come?
I don't know.
I mean, if
they got little arms, what are they going to do? The people that... Never mind. I was going to make a molestation joke about this kid, but it just seemed so gratuitous and like unnecessary. I was going to say the people that fondle this kid have very big arms, and that's what he's afraid of. So he's not afraid of T-Rexes. The face that just gave me is so fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry you guys missed that. That shit was hilarious. I can't even do it, dude. I can't even do it. That was really funny. That was funny for me. You guys missed out.
If I saw a T-Rex, I'd be pretty scared.
Yeah.
Are you scared of anything?
Yes.
Not this big dick winner.
Ghosts.
Have you seen one?
Ghosts.
No.
Are you scared you're gonna see one?
Yes.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A cop.
I don't get the... Here's what I don't get about ghosts. Ghosts are... Okay, so like you see a ghost and then you are vindicated. Let's say you believe in ghosts. You see a ghost and you are vindicated, and now you actually have tangible proof that the soul exists past death, that we live on in some sort of state or something like that, which is a comforting idea for a lot of people, right? So why would you be afraid to see a ghost? It's not like they can do anything to you. A poltergeist is something different, which is German for noisy ghost, if you didn't know that. That's something different. That's more akin to a demon. But a normal ghost just chilling, I mean, I don't think that I would see that as scary. Is it the fact that they died? Is that scary? Because it's not like they're going to be alive. Like, you don't see somebody's ghost when they're sleeping, although that would be extremely weird. My in-laws would fucking visit, right? They'd go to sleep and they would come over as ghosts just to visit. And I'd be like, oh man, is your ghost mom here again? Yeah, I hear her. It's like, just can you exorcise her? No, I can't do anything like that. Sorry.
How come?
I don't know.
You gonna save people?
Yes.
Who do you want to save?
People who need it.
That's right, man. You're a great kid, man. Thank you. What's your...
I mean, he'll make a perfect cop. They're retarded from the get-go. So he's going to be, I mean, he'll be one of those cops that like gets busted banging the hookers because they keep him in the jail because he's like too incompetent to go out. I know he's only 7 years old, and I'm really laying down a pretty grim future for this kid. But tell me I'm wrong. Let me wait 20 years, 30 years, and then I'll determine whether I was wrong, because I doubt I'll be wrong.
What's your name?
Marcus.
All right, Marcus, I'm going to catch up with you in 20 years. I'll meet you right here in this spot in 2043, okay?
And he's going to be like, you're going to be a retarded-ass cop. I know it.
Sounds good. See you then.
He's praying for bad Santa. He's going to cut himself carving a wood pickle. Yeah, that's perfect. Is that a gorilla? Is this George Floyd? Is George Floyd tattoo you got?
Type thing.
I've actually scared people when we're out investigating with other researchers.
You also get a really good idea whenever I'm in the doghouse. Yeah. This is what it sounds like when I get hollered at.
And you've actually been yelled at like that before after messing up.
I've been in the doghouse so many times, and just always constantly being hollered at. Dave do this, Dave do that, and it all comes out like this.
How long have you been a believer for?
I don't know if I'm really a believer or not. Everybody sees them. We have property down there. I don't see nothing. I hear tree knocks.
You hear tree knocks because other dickheads are knocking on trees trying to communicate with Bigfoot. Do you guys know that? They knock wood on trees, like take a big stick and knock it against the tree, because that's how they think Bigfoot communicates. Even though this entity is capable of turning itself completely invisible, it communicates through wood knocking. And so a bunch of drunk rednecks go through the woods knocking on trees. And then people like this be like, I haven't seen him, but I hear a lot of wood knocks. And so they're like, oh, well, he heard the wood knocks, so that must mean there was a Bigfoot out there. Nah, man. Nah.
Did you hear that?
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah. Truthfully, I was getting a bit tired of hearing lukewarm eyewitness accounts of Bigfoot without hearing any substantial information about where he was.
That was Serena Williams, John. Okay, my bad. That clearly was Serena. Was it? It could have been Michelle Obama. It could have been Maxine Waters. It was too young to be Maxine Waters. It was Michelle Obama, right? With a much smaller dick.
My job is to find proof. And
Mitchell Obama, he's packing heat.
Total evidence was only taking me so far. As the afternoon continued, I was able to track down the lead organizer, a local man named Marcus. I figured maybe he was the guy to point me in the right direction.
Me, my wife, and our buddy put this together.
Oh, this whole thing?
There's a very particular build in the I would love to go. What are they selling? They're selling little Bigfoot knickknacks, and I'd be like, oh, honey, look, it's gone squatching. The real one. The actual rustic sign that I wanted. And not some bullshit Knobs Dog found on Etsy. The real gone squatching. We're buying this. $28? No. No. All right. A cheap out. Well, they have to make a living, but not off me. Everyone is very much well marbled in this. Look at everybody. Everyone is so fat, dude. Is this just Pennsylvania? That sucks. Get in shape. Do better. Just do better. Like Mitchell Obama always says. Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome, dude.
We started the nonprofit for the Bigfoot or Jefferson County Bigfoot Paranormal Expo. We put it all together. So.
What got you started in this whole subculture?
Believe it or not,
Dom says Jess walked in just in time to hear you talk about people fondling a little fat kid. LOL. Yeah, and she hates it when I make jokes like that. And she just so conveniently walks in as I'm making that joke. And I mean, like, come on, that kid is clearly a target. I mean, he's clearly a target. He's all plump. Augustus. He probably gets lured very easily with like sweets and chocolates and stuff like that very easily. And there's like no kind of like frontal cortex that stops him from doing anything, right? There's no brain up here. This right here is dead. right? It's like he's been lobotomized by Mountain Dew and licorice. That's gone.
Our daughter, she was only 10 years old last year, and she is a vendor herself. She makes all kind of crafts and stuff, and she got all these crafts together for an event.
Look at the crew. Do you see the people here? Am I the only one seeing the people here? My goodness, everyone is enormous, right? No wonder. I mean, what if they find Bigfoot? And he just looks like a fat schlub like the rest of them. No, they're going to find Bigfoot and they're going to be like, he's chiseled. And he will be, dude. He's knocking wood in the trees, banging hot chicks. You remember the tag thing, right? So Bigfoot is getting a lead, boys. He's got that riz. Yeah, he's not some fat loser who hangs out at the Golden Corral like you people, right? I don't want to be mean. But your little fat kid is getting molested by the long-armed guy in the bathroom. That's why he loves T-Rex, because he's got little short arms. Can't molest nobody. Can't molest nobody.
And for a 10-year-old,
you gotta feel bad for T-Rex, right?
Telling her that she don't have all these crafts, she can't sell all the work that she just did. It's no good. So me and my wife decided we'll just do our own.
It seemed that Marcus was nothing more than a great dad.
I mean, if T-Rex wants to molest somebody, he's going to have to be a priest or something. Can somebody AI mock me up a priest T-Rex with the collar and stuff like that? Maybe chasing a little fat kid around. Make the fat kid buttered.
Dad who fell in.
You heard me. Buttered.
To the campy and benevolent category of Squatcher, who doesn't believe in a zoological deep state and is way more quirky than conspiratorial. As far as legit leads, this conference seemed like a dud, and I realized that it was mostly...
Perfect! That's exactly what I want, right there. Hold on. Bingo, bango. Look at that. Look, the cutting boards, there's like we are not alone. Got the Bigfoot champion. There's a spaceship right here. These pens actually look nice. They're behind me. They're pens right there. They look nice. They look usable. I could use a cutting board. I'm just saying. Yep. These are the kind of knickknacks I would be like, ooh, look at these knickknacks. And then I'd be like, honey, do you see all these fat people around us? But I know for a fact, because I know my wife very well, she's going to be like, woof. We're going to be walking. And then she's going to be like, oof. And I'm going to be like, shut up. I see it. Shut up. She's going to nudge me, right? Like, not like discreetly, like, hey, look over there. She'll be like, oof, look at that dog. I'll be like, oh, God. Yeah, I see her. She's gross. Let's move on. Look at these cutting boards. Do you want a pen? We have fun.
And I realized that it was mostly just an opportunity for vendors to sell knickknacks and back alley barbecue. I was ready to scarf down a hot dog and shoot back to Philly.
I don't want a cutting board.
I noticed a Subaru pulling in that said Bigfoot Mobile Command Center. In this
Bigfoot Mobile Command Center. So you command Bigfoot, big feets, big pods. In the shadow of the big red eye. What does that mean? The big red eye. In the shadow of big red eye. Nope. You have a bloody butthole? I didn't need to say that.
Gave me hope. Behind the wheel was the El Chapo of tri-state cryptid researchers, Mike Famelant, a name that rings bells from Erie to Westchester.
Life with the possibility of Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster is far superior.
Despite what you've heard, if you want to make me a cutting board, here, make me a cutting board and then send it to me. Screenshot that. This is my P.O. box. Hold on. Hold on. That's my P.O. box. Make me a cutting board and send it to me. If you want. You don't have to. But if you want to, send me a cutting board. But tell me that there's going to be a cutting board because I don't check it regularly because no one sends me stuff.
It's one without.
I figured if I wanted to find this bastard, Mike was my best shot.
My name's Mike Famla, and we are at the Jefferson County Bigfoot and Cryptid Festival in...
What is he driving, a Subaru?
In Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania. Cryptid is any sort of undocumented, undiscovered biological
undocumented. So we're gonna have to deport Bigfoot. We should get ICE on it. I hope they find Bigfoot and send him back where he's from. Some other dimension or Cuba, perhaps. That's where Royce is from. Royce looks suspicious.
creature that's just unrecognized by science. So you have Bigfoot, you have winged cryptids such as Mothman, Jersey.
Critical Thought says full-time Bigfoot researcher. That's the mark of rich parents right there. Au contraire. Au contraire, because these people are dirt poor. And you can tell they're pretty stupid. So I doubt they would have very rich parents unless their parents fed them like paint chips as a kid as like their main source of food. That doesn't seem like what rich parents would do. They would seem a little bit better off. There's no way these people have money. There's no effing way. There's no fucking way, right? They chose Golden Corral over the Cracker Barrel. If you know what I know about those two establishments, you're going to be like, these people do not come from money, and they have absolutely zero class. So, sorry to stomp all over your argument there. But no, these aren't trustees, you know. They're just normal bumpkins who like Bigfoot, which is fine. That's fine. You know, the peasant class needs to have something to distract them. How else will we rule effectively? Exactly.
Devil, like we're going to talk about. You have the Dog Man, some Bigfoot type creatures. Bigfoot. Some people think that they're related to aliens and they could be beamed down from like UFOs. Some people think that they're interdimensional and can like.
Okay, despite what we've heard at Knobs Dog, you guys need to stop fucking fighting. About cutting boards, for God's sakes, in my fucking chat, you're fighting about cutting boards. I don't give a shit about cutting boards. All right, it's just like, can you just like let it go? Can you guys let it go, please? And if you're watching this on replay and you want to know what the chat's about, show up on time. How about that? Get here at 8 p.m. on weeknights, every weeknight, for like years now. I'm coming up on my second year of doing this consistently, 5 nights a week. 2 years. 2 years. You can manage it to make it to show. Right? Mort, you hear me? Morticide, you hear me? You listening to me? I don't care if you at work. I don't care if you live in Australia. I don't care if it's like 4 a.m. where you are when I'm doing it. Show up.
Come into and out of this dimension, but I think they're biological creatures, just like us, like here on this planet, like a duck or a chicken or a turkey or something.
And how many Bigfoot do you think there are?
I think there's like 2,000.
Critical Thought says, I didn't say they're rich. Parents are. There's no way. Why would that even matter, though? Wouldn't they also... How is their parents being rich lead them to some sort of Bigfoot obsession? I don't understand your logic there. What do you mean that they are not rich, but their parents are, and their parents being rich leads them to be obsessed with Bigfoot? You know, a lot of people have rich parents, right? Elon Musk, he's not obsessed with Bigfoot. His parents were uber, super duper rich. Super duper rich. And a lot of people were. That doesn't mean they're Bigfoot. If somebody was rich enough, they would just make Bigfoot in some sort of godless experiment where they're making homunculus and like some sort of mixed breeding between an orangutan and a Filipino. And then they made themselves a Bigfoot and they can have sex with it or whatever else they want to do. Rich people have all the power in the world, all right? They're not going to be walking around the woods hitting trees with sticks, all right? Retarded people do that. Poor, retarded people do that, okay? Children do that, not to call out to like Bigfoots or anything like that, but sometimes you just want to hit a tree with a stick. Don't say I'm weird. Don't say I'm weird for thinking that or doing that as a child. All right, just don't. Okay, because I'm not gonna handle that well.
1,000 in the United States, and I think mostly they're up in the Pacific Northwest, up in Northern California, Washington, Oregon.
That was a very suspicious plant. Oh look, Thai food. This guy, excuse me, even though he's riding a scooter down what I imagine is like Seattle or Vancouver, I don't care. It's still a terrible, terrible idea to ever put on a Bigfoot suit, right? Unless it's like in your house and like you and your wife, like your wife was like has a Bigfoot fetish and she wants that big stinky cock. Then that's probably fine. You're behind closed doors. Nobody's going to shoot you in your house. No one's going to see you through the window and be like, there's a Bigfoot in that house. Open fire. That would be a funny misunderstanding. But even doing this would be a terrible idea. I don't trust people, dude. I don't trust people. People out there are like so stupid. There's so many, like really. I'm not saying I'm a genius, too. When I say there's millions, like billions of stupid people, I'm not saying I'm a genius. I've done very stupid things. And I probably will do some stupid things in the future, right? It's almost guaranteed. So let's just say no to doing this. No to doing this because somebody's going to get dollar signs in their eyes and then just ice you out from a quarter mile away, and then you're not even going to see it coming. And then when they walk up and then pull your head off, a la Scooby-Doo, they're going to be like, Old Man Jenkins? Oh, shit. He had a family. Damn. Damn.
But I think Pennsylvania definitely has a healthy population as well.
What's the most solid piece of evidence you have for the existence of Bigfoot?
Okay, so in High Point State Park in northwest New Jersey, I did a barred owl call, which goes like, wah, 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 wah.
Knobs Dog says, I jumped out of a tree with an umbrella. As a kid, I did too. But it was onto a trampoline. I was testing physics, right? I was doing science. Honestly, fair and square, I was doing science. I jumped out of a tree with an umbrella. It was a big-ass, like, deck umbrella for, like, sun and stuff. And it was onto a trampoline. So I had a backup plan in case my entire flight of fancy did not take off. And it didn't. And I hit the trampoline, and I bounced. And I was like, okay, that's pretty much what I expected to happen. So I'm not as retarded as some of those kids out there who's like, I'm going to jump and then the grass is going to catch me. Or I'm just going to float off into the air. Like fucking Mary Poppins. There are kids who do that. There's some kids who be like, I can fly like Superman and jump off the roof to their death. I have no problem with that. I don't care what age you are. If you think you can fly, you kind of deserve to die. It's going to happen eventually. It might as well happen when you're young and your parents will like not miss you as much, right? They won't have a bunch of memories of you, you know? And you're like, oh, that's so mean and cruel and stuff like that. Is it? Is it? Think about that. Would you rather have a retard that you have to deal with for 20 years, just narrowly escaping death the entire time, but you have a few good laughs and stuff like that, and you honestly love him, and then he dies from some obvious, very stupid plan, and then that's sad. You have 20 years, right? But then you have like 5 years with this one kid, and he was, you know, it was his time. It was just his time, you know? What are you going to do? God gives and he taketh away.
Right, so I did one of them, very loud. And about
this show is about realism, okay? This show is about reality and telling it like it is, all right? Sometimes it's better if little kids die.
15 seconds later, we get a call back. And it's a series
Tell
of
me I'm wrong.
Bigfoot howls, right? So we recorded this. There were 5 people, 5 voice recorders. We all got it. I sent it away to a linguist from the military, a scientist from the military, right, who does Bigfoot research on the side. He came and with this like 5-page report said because of X, Y, and Z.
The Strawberry says, my brother and I used to try Mary Poppins off the porch with a big umbrella. It wasn't that high though. Yeah, see, I mean, every kid does it. Every kid does it. I had the trampoline, right? I jumped out of a tree. I had the backup plan. She was like, we're not even jumping that high. We jump off this porch anyway. We'll might as well try it with an umbrella. Some kids go like, I'm going up to the 10th story. This shit is going to work, and it's going to work now. That kid doesn't deserve. He doesn't deserve to go another 15 years and then get the right to vote just because, right? You get to vote just because you turned 18? No. How about no? How about hard no? Hard no. Hard no. No. So yeah, it's better. It's just better.
It's outside of human vocal range, and it's no known animal from northwestern New Jersey. That's a sign.
David Thoreau just quoted me saying, sometimes it's better if little kids die. It's just LOL, what the fuck? Sometimes people walk in on sentences that I make that are very concerning. And you just did that to yourself, David. What do you expect? I mean, come on. You've seen this show.
Scientists from the military coming to say that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know? So
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Damn, I'd be stoked.
Yeah.
What does a Bigfoot house sound like?
Loud and long. Did every continent except Antarctica has a cryptid on it?
How often do you...
What if Antarctica is the only place with cryptids on it? You ever think about that? You ever think about that's why we can't go to Antarctica? Because it's just like overrun with Bigfoots and like Loch Ness monsters and like Mothmen and chupacabras and shit like that. And they're all fighting each other to the death. And it's actually a lot of fun to watch. But you have to be like a certain level of wealthy to go there just to watch the blood sport. If that was a movie, I'd watch it.
You look for it?
This is my full-time job. I actually go around and do this full-time. So I'm out probably 5 nights out of the week looking for Bigfoot.
Okay, thought. Now that he said that, I'm all like, where does he get the money to do this? Because most of these people are absolute rednecks, and like but this guy doesn't seem as stupid. He look at his car. These are like high power LEDs on the roof rack, right? He's probably got a snorkel on the other side. There's a spare tire. This thing is probably kitted to the tits, you know, for Bigfoot hunting. He does this 5 nights a week, just chilling in the woods. I think you might be right. I think I may have misjudged, or not misjudged, because I never misjudged anybody ever. But I think I may have spoken too soon. He might have money.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Damn. So how many in total, searches have you done?
Oh, God, hundreds of them, if not thousands.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Have you personally seen one?
No, I haven't. I think I've been within like 20 yards up in Whitehall, New York. I was surrounded by Bigfoot.
Suddenly as it started, stopped. So we think that they moved out of the area, and we think that they could have potentially came down here to the end of this road that we're at.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something here. This guy might have rich parents, because like, what do you all night, like every day, every night you're out there in the woods, and then what do you come home to? How do you come home? What home do you have? There can't be a home. No one's paying you to look for Bigfoot. I promise you that. There's no grants. There's no large university grants being doled out to look for Bigfoot. I guarantee you that. Where are you getting this money, bruh?
How did you know you were surrounded?
Well, we were getting rocks thrown at us from all different directions.
That was me. Sometimes I go into the woods at night and throw rocks at people. Don't judge me. Everybody needs a hobby. This is not my hobby. This is my vocation. This is not my hobby. Rock lands next to us. Could be a Bigfoot.
It was crazy. It lasted about 6 minutes.
Did that strike fear into your heart?
Oh, it was terrible. It was the most terrifying thing. And I knew it wasn't a person because a 15-pound laptop-sized boulder came and crashed down 5 feet from us. That's how I knew that was like my first Bigfoot activity. Nothing else happened the entire night. Nobody else had any.
I'm wicked strong. I can throw pretty big rocks. I was throwing big old logs earlier today for my dog. But it was really far, too. I was impressing myself.
activity that trip. So it was just my,
Do you guys want to see me flex? Okay, no.
From that. It's like, man,
Okay.
that's something
Maybe
I had to
later.
throw
Maybe
that.
later.
I got the sense that for Mike,
$20 and I'll show you a nipple.
it wasn't so much about the Sasquatch and about
That's not my rule. That's Jess's rule. And you guys know that. That's not my rule. That's Jess's rule. I would share the wealth myself, but, mommy needs her alcohol.
gathering concrete evidence of Bigfoot's existence. It was about the activity of squatching itself. Hunting for Bigfoot gives Mike a chance to connect with nature, exist in harmony with the great outdoors, and return to...
That's sick, honestly. I mean, like, if you have the means to go hang out outside all day and just go camping and shit, why not? That sounds like a good... I don't think it's his career or his job, but it sounds like he does have rich parents, and maybe he did eat a lot of paint chips when he was a kid. It's starting to make sense to me.
To his inner child, a soul full of imagination, gradually whittled away at by the pressures and stresses of contemporary Pennsylvania life.
Everybody that hikes and gets outside, either looking for Bigfoot or otherwise, wherever they're at, they kind of find a place of solitude, listen and relax, and it's to get in touch with nature, but that's kind of...
Hikes?
Not what it is. It's just, you can see behind me, this is just absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the best views I've seen in Whitehall. Find a nice spot, just sit for a minute. Don't let anything bother you.
Do you bring weed? At least? Yeah, I would bring a lot of weed. Maybe even alcohol. I wouldn't carry that much alcohol, dude. Because, carrying alcohol is heavy. But you can bring a big old bag of weed, dude. And then that would cover you. Be like, I'm packing up. I'm going to go spend a month in the woods. I got this pound of weed. And yeah, it'll last me. And then you just fuck off. And then you come back and you're gross, dude. You look homeless. But you're super chill. You're super chill. They're like, did you find Bigfoot? Nah, not this time. I'm going to have to get another bag of weed.
Worry about text messaging and emails and work and money.
Childhood wonder.
I'd be like, I get it, bro. I get it. Let's go camping. I would love to go out hiking. I would really like to do that. My kids are a little young for that, though.
Aside, Mike immediately struck me as some kind of salesman. Maybe it was his Subaru decal or branded polo shirt that gave it away. But either way, he spoke with the confidence of someone that had something for sale. Upon that,
is this guy a Fed? Is he like a federal agent and he's like whipping up this Bigfoot thing to as a psyop? He kind of looks like he'd be a Fed. Honestly, he looks like he'd be a Fed.
Navigating to his website, he sells two things. His first product is guided tours, which is probably why he's out 5 nights a week.
Oh, I see. So it's not. I don't think it's a rich parents type of a thing, but maybe it is. But what he's doing is taking advantage of the retarded, which is what we all do. Which, bravo, that's an excellent way of making money. So I imagine he charges maybe $4,000 or $5,000 to take people out for a weekend Bigfoot hunt. And you know what? People pay that. You think the only retarded people are the ones going to the alpha male boot camp and spending $18,000 for a weekend to get screamed at? No, there's a lot more retards than that. They're everywhere. They're all over the place. Seriously, they're all over the place. So yeah, if one guy can spend $18,000 to get screamed at, then somebody can spend $5,000 to be like, nope, didn't find Bigfoot, but there was rocks landing all around us because his dickhead friend is out in the woods throwing rocks at you. God, I want to do this. I want to do this scam right here. Me. I don't want to pay. I want to take other people out and be like, oh, did you hear that? And then it's just some other guy hitting trees with wood and then throwing rocks. And that is easy money. That is easy money all day long. I feel fucking stupid. I feel stupid What am I doing here? No one's even donated yet. What am I doing here? This guy's raking it in. He's got like a fancy Subaru. Ew. No, but it is a good idea.
People pay to go with him. The other product is just a straight up DVD called Shadow of the Red Eye, which is a Ghost Adventure style chronology of his cryptozoological exploits.
What happens is it's pretty cool because sometimes someone will come up to me and say, hey, I've never told anybody this, but 30 years ago I had a Bigfoot sighting, right? Or a Bigfoot encounter. I've never told.
I tell that to people all the time. Completely unprompted. And then they find me interesting. It's an icebreaker.
Anybody this, but my show and my vehicle give those people a way to be able to tell their stories and to be able to come out and express their what they saw, right? And a lot of people won't do that because they're afraid to get ridiculed and made fun of and stuff like.
I'd be like, you go to Golden Corral? What? Gross, you ghetto piece of shit. Dude, get away from me. Ew.
My show gives them those people a way to be able to tell their stories in a very professional way, right?
Once again, I was becoming discouraged. As a news team, were we really any closer to finding Bigfoot than we were when the day began? I mean, if I was Bigfoot, I'd probably avoid places like that. I signaled to my production team that it was time to bounce.
See, right here. I know we're doing a whole Bigfoot thing right here, but like, look at this guy. He's blending in. You can barely see. You see, the big fats are very well camouflaged. And you can see they have very poor posture because they spend almost all of their time on their computer. And, yeah, every single one of them. That's why that other guy seemed out of place. But he was just taking advantage. And I doubt he thinks Bigfoot is real at all. But let's watch this guy walk.
But
oh, my God.
Then
it's majestic. Hold on. Let's see. Settings. Playback speed. Let's go half speed. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Hold on. All right. Here we go. You're going to see. If you look closely, you're going to see him walking across the frame. And I think he actually looks back just for a second. This is the only shot. This is the only footage we have of this individual.
I signaled to my production team that it was time to bounce.
There he is. There he is.
Suddenly,
there he is.
A brave man emerged from
That dude does not get out. He is not. This is his event. Right, he was planning this for the entire year. He's like, well, I'm gonna go to the Bigfoot conference, and yeah, and then for the rest of my year, I'm gonna sit here and then stink.
The shadows to interrupt Mike's presentation with hard facts about his experiences with the big feet.
David says not a lot of broads around. There is, but like, they're not like good looking. Obviously, I mean they're gross. They're Golden Corral gross, which is like a level of gross I think we all understand. And if you don't know, if you don't understand, go to a Golden Corral. Go to one Golden Corral. I don't care which one. And then come back and then tell me like, yeah, the talent there was pretty good. Because I'll call you a fucking liar. It's gross, dude. And the food is gross. I would go there and eat, but I'd also judge everybody that walked in there. I know I would be in there, and I would be subject to ridicule as well. But hey, they have a chocolate fountain with a bunch of kids that put their hands in it. Gotta try that. Oh, and Knob's dog's dick was in there too, because he goes to all of them and does that.
How many Bigfoot have you seen?
How many Bigfoot have I seen? 0.
Okay, I live with them.
Okay, this individual is actually very interesting. And there is a sequel to this that follows him completely. And it's honestly better. It's better. And I kind of have the week already scheduled out, but I might knock something just so we can watch specifically this guy. I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll give you a card. You with him? I've done this for a lot of years, and they're not what people think.
Thought says, Golden Corral is so disgusting. I brought my kid there once on a road trip, and we had a few options, and I feel I scarred him. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He told me there was a mold on the urinal cake in the bathroom, and he couldn't stop thinking about it when he was eating. Yeah, that's a Golden Corral for you. That's a Golden Corral for you.
Okay. Interesting.
You got any questions? I got an
That's
email
funny.
address.
Okay, cool.
Name's Stacy Hazlitt.
Did you take a picture of the urinal cake? Because I would like to see it.
Been living with the Bigfoot in my life since about 2009. If you don't live with the Foots, you don't know the Foots.
You don't know. If you don't live with the Foots, you don't know the Foots. All right. So don't talk to me. You don't talk to me about Foot. All right. You don't live with them. You don't know the Foot. You don't know the Foot like I know the Foot. Right. There's been good times. There's also been hard times in the Foot clan.
Life was raised for this. I also have a thing I do call outs. Things come out of my mouth that happen later. That's irrelevant to this. Yeah, the Bigfoot come to me in about 2000.
Is it though? That's irrelevant. Your summoning powers are irrelevant to your Bigfoot hanging out skills. Time. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't though. Maybe you're like, I want to hang out with Bigfoot, and they appear to you because you're fucking schizophrenic.
The property I bought in '96. They were around my property for a long time, but they eventually showed up, and now they've got me as part of their clan.
Pamunky says, I'm eating right now, and that is not a pleasant thought. You eat while you watch my show? Why? Why would you do such a thing? You know the shit I watch. You know the things I say. You do you. I watch, personally, me and my wife watch My 600-Pound Life, and we get a bunch of snacks ready. And then when they're eating, we eat. And we're like, oh my God. And it's a good time. I know it's disgusting, especially when they do that like low shot where they like look up at them and they get their belly in it, you know, like that. That's a disgusting shot. And every single time. Or when they're in the shower and they're like, I die laughing every time.
And I have one that's with me no matter where I go. Anything that I am telling you, I am totally willing to take a polygraph test, and anybody who wants to submit.
Here's the thing about a polygraph test. It won't know if you're lying. It only knows if you think you're lying. But if you think what you're telling is the truth, then it's going to determine that what you're telling is the truth. So it's not going to, you're crazy. That's the problem. You're a psycho. You're an insane person. That's the issue. It's not that you're not telling the truth. I believe that you're insane. I believe you believe the things you are saying. That's not the issue. That is not the issue at all here. I think what you're saying is from a place of psychosis and not from any sort of reality that we all communally share. Is that good?
Submit me to a polygraph test. They have to promise and assure me that the results will be publicized. My job from them is to let everybody know what they're about.
So you actually talk to them?
Yeah, and they're with me everywhere I go.
Like they're here now?
My female is no doubt with me. I don't hear her right now, but she's everywhere I go.
What do you mean by your female?
It's a female.
Oh, okay. But you don't, it's not a romantic relationship.
No, we have a love relationship that's went on for years, but there's no physicals. No. This is a never-ending story for me because we still live with the Bigfoots. Mm-hmm. They still contact us. We're still in touch with them. That's been going on for a little while.
Do you think the government is hiding them from us?
They know about it. It's like we're just now coming out with UFOs. That's been known about a long time.
Yeah.
The government don't let you see things because they can do nothing about it. UFOs, it's getting so prevalent they got to come up with it. I think it was in 2022. I went and met with the heads of the families
The Bigfoot families.
Yeah.
The Bigfoot elders, I get it. Here's the thing, though. What if this guy is right? What if he's right? What if he's right? What if he's right? What if he's fucking right? What if, like, everyone's like, because at points people used to be like aliens, and then the government comes out and they say aliens, even though I don't believe that. And then they're like, oh. What if this guy's right? What if he's absolutely 100% right in telling the truth? There has been weirder conspiracies to come out as true. There's been some weird ones that have come out. And I feel like they're coming out like one after another, like pretty consistently coming out as true. It's actually kind of annoying. What if this guy is right? Right? And there's just like a community of Bigfoots that the government is trying to keep the DL on for whatever reason. They're harvesting their hair for whatever reason. Tennis rackets. I don't know. Something. But if the government came out tomorrow and said, hey, yeah, Bigfoots, that's a thing too. They're out there. They're everywhere too. They're kind of like vermin. That one would throw me for a loop. I'd be like, what? Show me a body. Right? Open it up too. Like, I want to see the dissection and everything. I want to see the Bigfoot organs. I want to see the Bigfoot penis. Or a vagina. Right? Whatever. I don't care what gender it is. But it has to be one of the two. None of those, it's bi-gender, non-racial, trans. No, that's not. No. Give me a real Bigfoot. Like a real Bigfoot. With like the Bigfoot genes and... You know what a Bigfoot is, dude. We all know what a Bigfoot is. Just show me that, all right? Then I'll be like, okay, that's interesting. It doesn't change anything about my life, but it's weird. I'll look around a little bit more when I'm in the woods, I guess. But you should anyway. Bears will kill you.
I asked them if I could get a picture of them and me together to verify that I'm with them and I want to represent them in Congress to get them protected. They don't trust the government to do it.
Based. Dude, I love how Bigfoots are so fucking based. Yeah, I don't trust the government. That's good. But I don't think I want this guy to represent me in Congress, even though Bigfoots don't want us to be seen. You just don't seem like you're on the level, bro. I mean, I think he's telling the truth. I just don't think he's, like, sane. I don't think he's sane. And I don't think he's an alcoholic or a drug addict or anything like that. He's just an old kooky man.
They know what these governments are about, and they don't trust them. The Foots don't trust the government.
I couldn't believe what I heard. I mean, from a research perspective, I hit the mother flippin' jackpot. It's one thing to report a Class A Bigfoot sighting, or present a choppy photo of the Sasquatch and say that it's him. But to actually live with them and be...
Harry and the Hendersons. Classic. John Lithgow. This is John Lithgow. That's Harry.
Escorted to meet with the heads of the families, whatever that meant, was a whole different ballgame, and I had to find out more. Thankfully, whenever Stacy confronted Mike, he gave me his business card. So the next morning, I gave him a call. And to my surprise, he invited me, that's right, Andrew Callahan from Channel 5 News, to actually tour his compound and see the big feet myself. So I threw a backpack together and hopped on the next flight to Columbus, Ohio, where Stacy told me he'd be on the south side of town and would give me a full tutorial in Bigfoot communication tactics.
A lot of Bigfoots in Ohio.
The processes you have to go through to be in touch with the Bigfoot like I am. I mean, it's nuts as it sounds, I'm just telling you the way it is. If I do something they don't like, I'm gonna get spanked. Yeah, this is paradise. I'm not trying to exploit them in any way. This ain't something you just conjure up. They do what they want. Hey, Flower, you got any friends out here? Hey, Flower, is anybody out here?
If you Flower, a Bigfoot named Flower, a girl Bigfoot named Flower. That's very sweet. I don't know why I find that so sweet. It's just so big. She's brutish, right? And she will rip you limb from limb. But her name is Flower. She stinks. And she's not pretty. So it's like naming a bald guy Harry or something like that. It's like an opposite kind of deal.
If you'd like to see our new complete documentary, Stacy's Bigfoot Portal, go to our Patreon, www.patreon.com/channel5. As many of you know, we are totally independent and 95% crowdfunded. And it's your $5 monthly subscriptions that allow us to stay in the field and film stuff like this. So if you want to watch it, head on over. www.patreon.com/channel5.
Oh, that's not even necessary because I have it right here. Ha ha.
That's as you have to go through to be in touch with the Bigfoot like I am. I mean, nuts as it
See?
sounds, I'm
I'm
telling you what it
prepared.
is. If I do something they
I'm prepared. Ish.
don't like, I'm gonna get spanked. Yeah, this is paradise.
Yeah, of course
Last
he believes
episode,
this.
at a Bigfoot conference in Pennsylvania, I met a man named Stacy Haslett who claimed to not only have evidence of the Bigfoot's existence, but claimed to be living with a family of them in the forest near his house in Ohio.
I've been living with the Bigfoot in my life since
There it
about
is.
2009. They've got me as
You see that? You see that big fat woman right there? I can't. I don't even.
part of their clan. I have one that's with me no matter where I go. If you don't live with the Foots, you don't know the Foots.
God, can I get that in a shirt? Can I get that? If you don't live.
One of the common criticisms of Channel 5 is that we often let people speak too freely without any system of fact-checking in place to verify their claims. So
I just make up shit as I go along. This isn't a fact-based show by any means. I hope you guys understand that and realize that the things I say aren't true. I mean, they might be, but just off of dumb luck. So there's no fact checking going on here. I want to make sure you guys understand what this show is about. It's not about hard hitting news or reality in any fashion. So it's all bluster. It's all. I don't know any, but you guys know what I mean, right? I'm lying.
So in the spirit of truth-seeking, I decided to take a trip to Columbus, Ohio, to meet with Stacy and get down to the bottom of the portal he'd mentioned to me back in Pennsylvania.
My name's Stacey.
Cheese and chili,
My
nice.
shop, Columbus, Ohio. You can come on in. I'll show you what I got here.
Where in Ohio? It's Columbus. It's Columbus, Ohio. Bigfoot capital of the world. Don't you know?
And unique thing about it is
After you, man.
that my female flower is always with me in here.
Is it? It sounds like you're banging that thing, dude. Are you banging that thing? Is there just like a big... It's made out of pillows and there's a bunch of dog hair glued to it. And it's like, that's it. And I bang that thing nightly. It's all crusty. Yeah, that's my Bigfoot sex doll. I'd be like, you need to be in jail. You need
For
to be in
reference,
jail.
Flower is Stacy's female Sasquatch companion.
It's a female.
Of course it is.
But you don't. It's not a romantic relationship.
No, we have a love relationship that's went on for years, but there's no physicals. She's up in that corner, up in that area. No, she's quiet right now, and I thought that's what she'd do. But she's always here.
Inside of the shop.
Yeah, in the shop. As soon as I open up that door, I'm hearing her in my head. I know she's here.
Uh-huh.
Alexa, stop. 3 stones is a sign of flower being around. Here's a print.
Oh, God. If I knew this guy, I would fuck with him so much, dude. I would fuck with him so much. But it wouldn't even be fun or fair or anything like that because he already believes it anyway. So it's like, I would leave little piles of 3 stones everywhere. I'd be like, oh, look at the flower and stuff like that. He'd be like, yeah, that's her. That's her. Yep. Yep. Dude.
There's the first print that was ever taken out there. That's the first print we found out there, yeah.
How long ago did you find this?
97 maybe, 98.
You've been doing this for almost 3 decades.
Oh yeah, quite a while. I moved out there in 96 and I could hear them talking from hill to hill where I live. There's tons of them.
I like that editing. That's what they sound.
Like, how many inches do you think that footprint is measured from here to here?
I don't know, 14, 16 inches or so.
So that's far bigger than a human foot could be.
Oh yeah, that ain't no human foot.
How big can a human foot be?
Maybe 12.
It was.
Okay, I think Shaquille O'Neal wears like a size 16. So it's not impossible. I mean, so that does,
was clear to me that Flower was most definitely not in the shop, at least in a way that might potentially
I don't see anything in here. What? No. Like that corner? Nah. I don't see. Yeah, bro.
Evolved mind could perceive. But it was no big deal. The shop was just our initial meeting point. The true golden goose I was hunting for was the portal Stacy had described at the conference in Pennsylvania. A circular energy field that he claimed was somewhere deep out in the Ohio wilderness, far from the hustle and bustle of Columbus.
This was where the portal said.
The what?
Portal. I had a portal out here. A portal. They come in through a portal. I had a lot of different critters.
A portal? Like what do you? A portal?
Come into my place through a portal.
A portal? A portal?
You see this dark area here?
Yeah.
This all made up an
That's the portal right there.
18-foot circle. Exactly 18 feet. That's where the foots go to stand when they cloak themselves to hunt their prey. And I think the whole thing of them being there was for me and Flower to be hooked up together.
Getting it in. Nice, dude. Do you think it just stands out in the woods? Like imagining these things?
Sharon will tell you about this because she's experienced it.
It's Sharon. It's Sharon. And his female Bigfoot sounds like me. Are you sure that's not fucking Sharon? Are you sure that's not Sharon? Because it seems like Sharon would be making those sounds pretty regularly. It seems like Sharon would be making a lot of lip smacking sounds. See, that sounds like a Bigfoot. Doesn't that sound like a Bigfoot? And I can imagine her just going around the house, knocking on wood tables and shit like that. And you'd be like, and then she's piling little stones up. You might just have a Sharon. Right? And I'm so sorry. Because she looks like she would suck. She looks like she sucks. She looks like she absolutely sucks.
Flower would go up and threaten Sharon. She'd go up and act like she was coming to strangle her. Sharon would...
Look, Flower. Like, Flower comes up to Sharon and is like, look, you stupid bitch. Old man Winter, I don't know what this guy's name is. That's my man. And then they get in a ghetto weave snatching fight. And then I'm sure it's just Sharon. I'm sure it's just Sharon bitching about his Bigfoot obsession. I guarantee you that's what it is. And he wants to, this is his escape, right? This is how, like people imagine they're at Disneyland when they're like locked in a closet and they can't like escape. He is in this marriage, which is unfortunate. And he wants to escape his mind and his body because none of it's good. And so when he hears his bitch wife nagging his balls off, he's like, oh, this is my female Bigfoot Flower. I hear you, Flower. I hear you. But no, it's just fucking Sharon. And Sharon is like had it up to here, dude. Sharon has had it. She's fucking had it, bro. Sharon's going to leave. But where is Sharon going to go? No one's going to take Sharon in, right? She'll just go off into the woods and start knocking on trees.
She wasn't going down. She was threatening her. I used to tease Sharon all the time. We'd be going out the house, and I'd tease her about Flower being my girl. And we got in my driveway one time.
Yo, Sharon, I slung it up in Flower.
And Sharon was getting on me.
Shot dead, right? Shot dead.
About something. I just got in the driveway. I just got the gate open, sitting in the car with her, and she's saying something about something. And I says, Flower, help me. And the bushes beside us started rattling. Whoa, that was scary.
No, that was just Sharon waking up from one of her drunken naps. That's what she got stone cold drunk, and it was like 8 a.m. And then she just blacked out, and then she was like, ah. That's what it is, right? You're trying to escape. You're trying to escape. I don't know what the actual term is. Dissociative identity disorder, perhaps. But no, it's not that, because you're not pretending to be somebody else. You're just pretending you're having sex with a gigantic female Bigfoot. That's fine. That's fine, dude. You don't seem like you're hurting anybody. You don't seem like I give you the permission to do this.
I think Stacy was...
And your wife seems like an absolute bitch anyway, so I kind of get it.
Getting the impression that I wasn't quite convinced, so began citing other examples.
I've heard stories of Chinese women having Bigfoot babies.
Who raped her repeatedly before she escaped.
I heard one woman had one that died, one woman was successful.
Now, so Shaq wears size 22. So that's bigger than like a size 16 shoe. So this guy he says like a maximum foot size for a human is like 12, which is, it's above average, but it's still it's high on the bell curve. Let's say that, right? There's a lot of people. I wear an 11 and a half. So 12 ain't like, knocking it out of the park. I have very wide feet. I have very wide set feet. Yeah. They are. You want to see them? So, it's my feet. And it's not like a Bigfoot's feet, right? And they're clean. They're a little cracked. But, I was outside. I just got out of the shower. But these are my feet. And, hello. I hope Dan Schneider's watching, so he'll tip me a bunch of money. Hi, I'm iCarly. Dan Schneider touches me inappropriately.
The Russians have a guy over there that they thought he might have been a Bigfoot product. I can only speculate the things that I hear about.
Before devoting his time to Bigfoot hunting, Stacy had a different passion: fixing stuff up.
Fixing stuff up. Nice.
It's about 13 different projects I got going on. And I haven't had time to get them finished. But that's an old machine. That's an antiquated machine. It's called a shaper. I got a lot of voltages going on in here, and I build all this in here myself too. But anyway, I make things. That's what I do.
His most prized mechanical creations, however, were motorcycles.
Cool.
See, here's some of the stuff I do. I built that.
Oh, cool.
You ain't never seen one like that. I built that back in the 90s. That's a complete motorcycle. That's the smoothest running bike.
Dom says, damn, you better watch out calling Big Sharon to your house. I'm not calling that bitch over. No, Flower would be pissed.
That guy ever rode.
Oh, yeah, she hangs out with me, too. She's texting me right now. Yeah, they have phones.
Is that you?
Yeah.
I like it says survival tips for Daytona Beach.
Daytona was a fun place.
Daytona is a wild place, dude. Daytona is... And, like, when Bike Week rolls around, dude, Daytona is fucking insane. Yeah.
Daytona Bike Week is the Cackenberry Campgrounds.
Had to be down there for a club. My responsibility to be down there, which I'm not in the club anymore, but it was all right.
Used to be part of a motorcycle club?
Yeah.
Ew, dude.
Was it a 1%er club or normal?
Yeah. Yes, it was. I basically left because I caught cancer. My cancer really hindered my life back then, and I couldn't participate properly, so I hung it up.
Do you still talk to any of your biker friends?
No, I just something you just don't. Yeah.
He's got big feet. He's got big feet to talk about.
I don't know. You have an ex-wife that you really love, you don't want to see her no more.
Yeah.
Stacy says that after developing stomach cancer and voluntarily quitting the motorcycle club, he began watching the History Channel series Ancient Aliens while on bed rest. I can tell you from personal experience, covering the Alien Con for All Gas No Brakes in 2019.
Ever seen a UFO?
Yeah, I think I saw it on Ancient Aliens.
That Ancient Aliens is directly responsible for the pre-COVID brain rot that made millions of cable watchers eventually fall.
Dude, Ancient Aliens, have you ever watched the History Channel? It's all World War II stuff and then Ancient Aliens. And it's like, they play Ancient Aliens all the time, over and over again. And they don't really say anything. They pump out those episodes, dude. They pump them out. And people must gobble them up, right? Weirdos like this must gobble them up. This chick's weird. This chick's a weird chick right here. That's a weird chick. You guys see her? It's a weird chick.
For incomprehensibly stupid psyops like QAnon. And I think that Giorgio, who by the way is a Swiss national, should be charged with...
Really? Swiss? He's from Switzerland? Really? Why is that so unbelievable? I don't know. He just, well, the accent for one thing. He doesn't have a Swiss accent. He's just a normal asshole.
Something by the January 6th Commission. I'm just not sure what. Anyways, back to Stacy.
And Pawn
I'm
Stars, of
watching
course,
Ancient
yes.
Aliens, and it showed on there they had found gold mines thousands of feet deep, thousands of years old. You remember anything about that?
Yeah.
Okay, when that show come on, I'm thinking, man, a Bigfoot must have dug that. I don't know why I got that. I'm like, they were the labor. They started pumping the thoughts into me and said, no, the aliens brought us there to protect them from the dinosaurs while they mined the gold.
Yep.
That's when they got here, tens of thousands of years ago. That's why they're the first people.
It seemed that after these conclusions were beamed into Stacy's head, Big Feet became a surrogate for political beliefs he already held, particularly libertarianism and mistrust of the government.
That's kind of funny.
What?
Of course he's a libertarian. I mean, he's got libertarian vibes written all over him, doesn't he? Like, all over him, libertarian vibes.
They know more than we know. They're highly intelligent. They know everything going on. Biden got in there and showing the world how fucked up it can be.
Yeah.
So everybody gonna wake up to what's happening.
Stacy told us it was finally time to hit the woods and find the portal, which he insisted
Nice.
was deep in the rugged Appalachian Mountains, somewhere nestled between twisting river valleys and wooded hinterlands, where Flower, along with the rest of the Bigfoot clan, were able to exist in peace.
Well, I'm ready to roll if you guys want to go out.
Yeah, we can go to the house. I gotta lock everything up here.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go over to the house, and you guys gotta talk to Sharon too, because Sharon can tell you a lot.
She's at the house now.
She's over here, this house.
Oh, okay.
I got a house here in Columbus.
Oh, okay. You want to stop there first?
Yeah, it's not far from here.
Okay. So we're gonna go to Taco Bell. Is there anything that you want?
Taco Bell run.
Taco, get some of them beefy things, whatever.
Beefy things. All right. Here is the eating segment of our episode today. Little Taco Bell mukbang. We're trying to expand our audience into South Korea, so I'm gonna start eating.
Yeah, why not? Taco Bell, Taco Bell mukbang, and yeah. Anyways, guys, that's it. We're out of time, and why not end it on Taco Bell? Because it's just a silly man. That's a silly individual. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you guys, I mean, I know you didn't learn shit, right? Did you guys learn anything? I didn't. I knew Bigfoot people were retarded, and this is just, another nail in the coffin. So I hope you guys have a great night. Yeah, I'm going to be back tomorrow night. We're going to do this again. On Friday, we're doing a 3-hour stream, but the last hour is going to be premium only. I have to do it to stay in the creator program, so that's what's going on. But I'm not going to take any time from you, right? I'm going to take that from my own time with my family. So sign up, help me out in whatever way you can. Nobody wants to donate or buy shirts. Just do something. Just do something, for God's sakes. Just do something. My kids are growing up without me because I'm doing this. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a great night. I hope you stay strong. I still stay confident. Be the best cult members you possibly can. Until I see you guys tomorrow night, get a good night's sleep, drink some water, and take care of yourselves because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul.
I'll stop it right there. Hold on. There we go.
I'm an incredible soul. Unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's just growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, roaring like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness. with every word I spoke.
God damn it.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and late.